BrotherHood, 8th place. Swordsoul deck profile. First regional this boy's been to ever, and he comes top 8. And you want to know what this cheeky guy pulls from his prize support? The freaking Starlight.
Let's go.
But yeah, so he came top 8 at the BrotherHood regional this weekend with Swordsoul, his own build. We've had it on the channel before, but this is an upgraded one if I remember correctly. So yeah, is there anything you want to say before we start? Matches, stuff like that?
Alright, so first of all, 121 players. Come top 8, that was pretty good. Matches, I went against... Didn't really expect it, so I kind of got like, they had the surprise factor on me, I guess. I had to blind go first against, what's it called? Drytron. Blind first against Drytron. And then I ended up losing that game. Game 2 was against Drytron, went into time. Game 3 was against Elder Lich, beat him. Game 4 was against Sky Striker, beat him. Game 5 was against Pankids, beat him. Game 6 was against Sky Striker again, beat them. And Game 7 was against Virtual One Player, and beat them as well.
Anything you want to say about your matches?
Shout out to Reese for Ghost Logo can activate on field, and we'll get into depth profile.
Alright.
Let's move this away. So first of all, standard Swordsoul player, standard Swordsoul lineup. We're running the 3 Ecclesia, the 3 Moe, the 3 Long One, the 2 Tai. It just works, like it's your bread and butter combo. I've honestly debated now though, going Tai to 3. Because Tai to Foolish Burial, synchro it into Baxia, and then on the Tai Foolish Burial, sending Moe, and then Baxia destroying a card and summoning Moe. You just have a free Baxia, and if you're going second, it's a free bounce too because water and wind. So I might put him to 3 going continuing. But so now the main deck's 40. I wanted to cut it down to 40 as he goes to 40, like playing 47 and playing so many hand traps. As you just don't need that much. So that's the main deck for Swordsoul, main monsters. And obviously, you know, we've got the Tenyi lineup, running 3 Tuna, 3 Special, 2 for Shooter. The Shooter was clutch today, especially against, I swear to God, every person had DP. Every time I played today, even the virtual player somehow had DP. Which, what? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he was doing. But obviously virtual, you can't go into links and stuff. But like, I don't know if he bricked or he's trying to make some weird build. But anyway, yeah. The shooter just outs DPE, outs anything you need for problems. Especially back row. Some one-off back row like Tikaboo, anti-spell fragrance that have been on me today. I just go special for shooter. Or I already had for shooter on field. Against anti-spell, I can just special for shooter go into monk, for shooter and grave, return it. Against the Tikaboo one, lucky I already had it engraved. If not, that was a bit sticky situation. Hand trap wise, best hand trap of the format, Ghost Ogre, coming clutch. Some spice you'll see later, but obviously Ghost Ogre on the field as well. If you E-Telly it out, it can use its effect. It's a level 3 tuner, so you can normal summon and go to Ali Fibrax plays. Also, level 3 with level 7s equals level 10s, so it's just all right good cards. Level 3 tuners in this deck are not bricks, and drawing 2 Ghost Ogres is not bad. 3 Ash Blossom. See, this card, I don't know if I want to even run Ash Blossom anymore, because when I get Ghost Ogre, I'm stopping something that's going to get like I'm either stopping a spell that's already been activated and it's going to get them plus. But with Ghost Ogre, I feel like I'm just trading for like the only good time I remember activating Ghost Ogre this whole tournament was against a Celestial to draw 2. That was it. Other times I'm just trading, it just seems like a waste. So I think I might put Effect Veilers over this. But being level 3 in a tuner does come up. And then your boy Brick McGee Despot. I opened Despot, I would say about 7 times. 7 times I've opened Despot. Even in testing, I opened Despot. I don't know why, he just loves being in my hand. But there is times, and there was one time come up today with Despot, where they impermed the Halifabrax, and I just went, oh, cool. Normal summon the Despot because I hard drawed it, going to Cult Wing, and they're like, oh, I scooped them. So maybe, sometimes it's good in your hand. Obviously, I don't even consider a brick in hand if that comes up. But if that scenario don't come up, it's just annoying to be in hand. But you need to run it because the value you get off of a Rorodon combo, because you gotta think about it. When you go into a Rorodon combo, you try not to use your normal summon. So what you have left is, you go into a Rorodon, you either stop the Halifabrax, stop a Rorodon. If not, there's a fear of going into Herald, there's a fear of going straight into Baron, or Yazi, which they can't target. That's the only 3 lines you'd ever go into, and this deck's always about trying to find the most and effective line of play, because this deck has so much you can do. It's not just a simple deck anymore when you just go, oh, Protoss pass. It's not like that anymore. But that's the main deck monsters. Then we got 3 emergence. This is just running more copies of Swordsoul. This is your Rota. 1 monster reborn. I love searching this. If I have an opening hand where I see Tai, long one, and I can go into Shishao, I'm adding this to bring back my Tai so my Tai can pop off. I don't understand why I'm seeing builds cut this. Even like I've searched, add this, run back a Tenyi because I had a Sync Pro and used it. Like this card is so good. You only run one, obviously. You don't want to see it open hand, but yeah. Free Circle. I was playing that too. Shout out to the guy in the last YouTube comments who was questioning the 2 circle. I realized, yeah, why am I only running this at 2? So I bumped it up to 3 because seeing this and any Swordsoul that's not the seeing this and any Tenyi is full Halifabrax combo, and the card's just a +1. Like it forces an Ash, but this lucky for me, this literally never got Ash. People holding Ash, I don't understand. I would Ash this card. I get 1 for grave for resource and I add 1 to hand. Why are you not ashing this card? But I don't know. This card's just busted. Especially when you have an uneffect monster. Free E-Telly. There was a hand where I opened free E against shout out to Alex, Sky Striker player. There was a hand I opened 3 emergency teleport, 2 emergence, and I won. Because E-Telly ain't 1 per turn. So I can just go, cool. E-Telly, is that fine? Cool. E-Telly, is that fine? That's full Halifabrax combo. And then set, your go, your draw, at E-Telly as a surprise to have a Ghost Ogre on field, to use its on field effect to destroy the activating effect. E-Telly's is sick, because like, any special summon monster and E-Telly is Halifabrax combo, or any monster, even if you want to waste the normal, which you try not to, and E-Telly is full Halifabrax combo, so can't bastard play it for me. I know what I'm going to get in the comments saying why am I not playing droplets, and there's 2 reasons. 1, I didn't own them at the time, but I could have borrowed them, so it wasn't a problem. There wasn't a problem not having them. It was the problem of every time I would use droplets in this deck for testing, I'd prefer to imperm or prefer to chalice. I don't want to send all my stuff to the grave and use my resources. I'm not like Drytron, so I can send stuff to the grave. This happened to me by the way. I can droplet straight off the bat, send 4 to the grave and still play my turn. If I do that, my turn's done. But yeah, so this is why I'm not playing droplets. I know the fear of the Scythe is so big and important, but this is why we have Cosmics, like even Imperm can stop Scythe if you play it right. So I didn't want to play droplets. So oh yeah, free Imperm and a Blackout. And yeah, that's pretty stable obviously. People need to remember though, if you have Blackout in your grave or you foolish bailed it off a Tai, try and use it with the Tai. So like, say if you have Tai the next turn and Blackout's in grave, you banish the Blackout, they be stupid and negate in your Tai, you go cool, Blackout, that summons the token. Because this Tai banishes this as cost, this will trigger because it's banished, and Tai will trigger to summon 2 tokens. But if they negate Tai, you still get 1 token, so it's like guaranteed token, and being a Icarus attack is just very useful as well. That's the main deck. I thought it was pretty good. I only bricked. I didn't have a hand that was. I never had a hand that was not playable in this hand. But I had hand that was like, oh, 1 interruption will stop me, but I have 3 hand traps in my hand, so it doesn't really matter. So going on to the extra. We do not play these in extra. We got Swordsoul wise, 2 the Searcher Boy, 1 of the Banished Boy. This card, I was gonna cut it, but then I realized, but wait, I'm gonna hard lose to people that just main deck skill drain and stuff. And even my friend Reese was like, it's your way to out skill drain if it's already on the field. Also, having this first, like if you're comfortable enough that your opponent does not have a nib, and you can use an extra resource, you don't you have nice cards in hand, you have full combo in hand, you can do the Phalabites line, go into this, chill on this, and then when you start doing search plays, every time you summon, you just get a free draw. So the Moe into this, so it'd be Chainlink in Resolve, it'd be Chainlink 1 him to search, Chainlink 2 to draw, Chainlink 3 to draw, so you just get a pot of greed, and the Banish comes up. But most of the time I make him, he is a hard motherfucker to out. Like, people, when I make this guy, I saw them stressing. I saw veins on people's forehead. I saw them stressing trying to out this guy because of the protection effect, because if they banish, I get to banish from their field and grave, and the minus. This guy's just got so much going. Pretty much, if you want to destroy him by card effect, I can banish a card instead. So your option is to beat over a non-targetable banish. You can't beat over him because how many cards are banished? He engaged the attack and all your monsters lose attack. The card's just nuts, and he's generic. I won't be surprised later on down the line because he's generic that you see him in other decks. Eventually,
I'm pretty sure you're already seeing him in other decks because you see him in like Virtual World and all this other stuff as well. That just abuses banishing and can just banish field and grave.
The card's done. Then we got Yazi, Baxia. I would say MVP of this whole tournament for me, and Chafang. So obviously, what you want to do here during Halo Fibrax plays, you want to eventually get into your Baxia, and if you can get a level 1, you go into your Chow Feng, lock them out of lights. That's what Chow Feng's thing's for. Also, it's kind of useful when you've used all your resources. If they pop their DPE, because special shooter from your deck, if they get rid of him by the card effect, you can add a tuner, which is Ecclesia normally.
I'm assuming it also came in clutch against the Drytron matchup.
Yeah, literally, my board, so just to sample, my board turn 1 against the Drytron player was insane. Like, my board was Shishao, Chow Feng, locked out of lights, Baron, and Berserker. And this guy literally had to go, cool, activate droplets, send 4. I was like, and then he played from his grave a little bit, but he couldn't, because he couldn't destroy my board. And if he can't out the board's still there next turn. So this card is good, especially against light decks. I'll go to Yazi. Yazi, the pop is great. The non-targetable actually come up, because I knew my opponent had a, is it the Widow Anchor, the other one that negates?
That's Sky Striker, Widow Anchor, yeah, or Chalice.
Yeah. I knew he had Widow Anchor set, and that was the only card. So my line I played was banish my spell, reduce my Tayi by 1, so he's a level 3, synchro into 7 into this, effect target this, and he set Widow, he can't chain it. So yeah, that was the line. And then this card. Oof, I'm so happy I have ultimates now. This card, I don't understand how badly I can explain to you how running 2 of this card is so necessary. It's not just to go into Chi Chow, it's not just because of the bounce, the effect for the destroy a card in your field to special summon their level 4 low from your grave come up every game, and people forget about it. So people's like, oh, you're just making backs here, but I have nothing to bounce. I go, alright, cool. Effect, get rid of my dead card I set, or just a leftover token, special summon my Moe and start popping off. It's hilarious. Backs here is clutch, and you have to run it at 2. When I feel like I wasn't playing the deck properly when I didn't use Baxia enough. Now that my main thing is not, oh, let's go into Chi-Chow, mine's, oh, let's tie go into Baxia, Baxia gets me Chi-Chow and the draw, and I just have another free body that's annoying. Baron, obviously, you've got to run Barons to Omni Negate. Baron's Negate did not resolve this tournament. They always had something for the Baron Negate, but it's good because then they wasted resources. Like, but she never resolved. Everyone hates Baron. She's never on the field to use her standby phase ever effect for me. This card, like the second it hits the board, people, they don't even care if they lose. It seems they just want to get rid of Baron off the board. Because I see people misplay just to get my Baron off the board because they scare it too much. Berserker's great. I was mixed with running Berserker and what is the Emancipator card?
Risen Dragite.
Risen Dragite, because I felt like Risen Dragite, yeah, it's a spell and trap negate. Also, it's funny if I side my nibs. Because there's a small chance I get mini Baxi effect. But no, Berserker comes up. Just to sit on Berserker, him being a free K that goes, oh, you're activating a card, you're activating your DPE. I guess I'll banish your DPE.
It's just like a Ghost Ogre, isn't it? Just for monsters.
It's just a summonable search Ghost Ogre. And you only go into him if you're overextending. See, this is where it's going to be different. I actually play Herald on the Arclight, and it comes up a lot. There's lines of plays where you can go into Herald at the end of your combo, and now you cannot be droplets. And I didn't get Dark Rulered once. No one's playing Dark Ruler, it seems. So they're just playing droplets, like, oh, I have droplets for your unbriefable board. I sit on Herald, you can't droplets me. So I guess I win. You go into battle phase, you attack the Herald, that's fine. I'm now living the turn. My graveyard is full of Tenyi cards. So Herald runs. If you don't want to run Herald, there's other options, because I have cut the link to Tenyi in the grind game. It will come up. But if you're going in the grind game, you use your Tenyis anyway to get rid of all the bullshit. So that's why Herald come up a lot. If you want to not run the Herald, or you don't like the Herald, you could run, if you're running Token Collector on the side, I'm not, but if you are running Token Collector, you can run Rise of Dragon and send it to the grave. That's a good hack I've seen people do. Or you can run the Drake, and that's up to you. Link Monsters, Double Monk. Wish I had free. Every time I play Monk, it's either, oh, I go into Monk, so it's meh, or I want free Monk in my extra deck. He's always the weird one.
I'm pretty sure you said the other week, though, that you really wanted to try and make space. It's just really tight, isn't it?
The extra deck is so tight. Like, the only option is Herald, but because of droplets right now, I have to play Herald in my opinion. But if you don't want to play, that's another thing. If you don't want to play Herald, you play the third Monk. Monk does come up a lot, but like, I would prefer having a negate option that counters a board breaking card than, oh, another Monk.
That's good.
And then obviously you've got your Halifax Axe and your Aurora in place, which is the
Standard.
new way to play the deck. I saw someone playing Brave. I believe they've done well playing Brave Swordsoul, but it's just not for me. It's not how I like playing the deck. And a person that comes from Infernoble Knights and loves the Christian Auroradon combo, it's just bread and butter for me. Reason I don't play Coltwing, I don't like the card. I'm not having 2 bricks in my deck just for an extra thing. If I draw Coltwing and I draw Despot, I will just cry myself to sleep, so I'm not running it. Side. Triple Dark Ruler. When I side, I like side cards that's just going to break people's boards because I assume I'm going second. Triple Dark Ruler. There was a scenario where Dark Ruler, he saw the judge was like, cool, pay your high for our points. Yeah, Dark Ruler again. Guess I win. And that's the only time it came up, so that's about it, about Dark Ruler. Cosmics, because you see your Scythe? No, fuck your Scythe. I'm not getting Scythed, so I play Cosmics. If you don't want to play Cosmics, and you want to swap one out for Evenlies, that's down to you. But like, I'd probably only do that at locals. At big events, you need outs to Scythe, and fuck Scythe. Triple Lightning Storm. Back row, I come against an Eldritch player, I popped his back row. He chained it all, he summoned all his back row, then I just got rid of it and went for game. These could be Evilies as well if you want to, but Lightning Storm I just prefer. Triple Nib, never saw it the whole day, so I have nothing to say about it. If I saw it, it would have been clutch, never saw it.
Fair enough.
Triple Lancia, never saw it when I sided it in, so I can't really say anything about it. I sided it in against Virtual and who else did I side it in? I know 100% sided in Virtual. I sided in against the what's his name? The Eldritch player as well, but I didn't see it. But yeah, that's about it for the deck profile. Any changes? Maybe put tie in. But like, I like the deck at 40. It runs well. I got a good result. And yeah, that's about it. Shout out to Mike and BrotherHood for hosting the event. lovely people, and I seem to always pull Starlight from their boxes. So.
It's true, you are lucky and mad at Brotherhood. But yeah, so obviously this was your first regional, so congrats for topping your first regional. Obviously, last video you said you're going to be on here again soon, and you definitely have.
I literally said on the last video, see you after the regionals, and
yeah, you got the mat, you got your lovely Starlight there, like goes with the mat as well. And yeah, so you did perfect, honestly. Congrats on the regional top. I was judging, so obviously I couldn't pop, sadly.
That's the excuse he uses.
But yeah, thank you guys for so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this, and yeah, please ignore the little camera screw up that was earlier in the video. Okay, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. All signing out. Later all.